Hello folks, I thought I was ready, but I'm not. Thunderpole 3000 new set for optimisation. This belongs to the same customer as the one with the fault, which we're waiting for parts for. So, this should be the same. They have a serial number on the box. Yeah. I'm using one of these to will turn you into that lady by the looks of things. So there are power and deviation and AM modulation and frequency of things which can be done unless they've changed the version. So we've got another one of these coming for a customer. This one is the Now one. Now I'm going to use one of our power leads because these come with a cigarette lighter plug which doesn't really fit in with what we have on the bench. So I've got to try not to muddle up. I'm going to do this because the other set's not due till Wednesday. So I'll get on this one now. This can be back in its box and with the customer's other stuff, so the other chap's one doesn't get muddled up with it. I'll just put this on pause and go and get a power lead which Mr. Chippie makes. There we go. So he does these to open end, because not everybody wants a cigarette lighter. Right. I will want the mic out of the box though. Of course, I'll never get it back in the box, will I? And they're a brand that send me instruction books usually, even better. Right, what do we need? We need the test equipment plugging in. I'd like to prop this up so you can see it. Is that screwdriver hefty enough? Yeah. Right, get the clipboard back. Let's go through. We're on the 3 watt scale on the test set. I'll switch picture in picture on. So full scale deflection would be 3 watts. And it's spot on the 3. Extra box for CPT. I'm going to put an extra box for something. What we're going to do is instead of doing channel 1, we'll put CPT channel 1. So it's UK, and then CPT, just so we see over the 80 channels. So channel 40 UK, also 3 watts. If it's set up for band, it is. Back to channel 1. also 3 watts, so that's across the same over all the channels, which is fine, and no doubt AM is going to be the same. It is. So we'll do AM modulation because we can do. Wallow. So full scale deflection on this is 90%. Wallow. It's about 95%. So I think that's what we've put the extra box for. Might bring that down a fraction. Right, we'll go back to UK channels. Select channel 20. And 1.79 amps. And of course they don't have low power because they're not 2781 sets. Now these meters are programmed, it's just full scale deflection. You could take like a lot of new sets, you could take the output transistors out, you'll still say it's transmitting at full whack. There you go, that's the way it is. Right, let's look at receive. So we'll dial that in. Oh, I didn't put the frequency down, did I? Let's go to the frequency counter, just have a look. 2779126 toggling, so absolutely spot on. Wow. And we'll just look at deviation on this test set for the giggles, because it usually doesn't work on here. Let's tune that in. Wallow, 1, 2, wallow, wallow, wallow. It says 1.5. So we'll come to that on the other test set when we've got the set opened up. We don't do the VCO. So we're going to now dial the frequency into the signal generator. So 2779125. Signal generator has only been on 20 minutes, but we're not doing any frequency adjustment because it's already spot on. Okay, so S9 is 100 microvolts for a CB in the UK, and it's not quite, so it's being a bit tight, isn't it? Just to put the attenuator up, it'll put the cyanide meter up actually. We're plugging into that in a moment. So, one, 3, 5. Let's put a bit more signal on. 7, 9. So this radio, the S meter says 1.5 millivolts for S9. So it's what you call a lazy meter, but that's how it is. Really doesn't matter. You're not calibrating a space shuttle with it. Obviously it's a new set. I'll just make sure of this. Right. So let's see what the sensitivity is. We need to plug our test equipment into the extension speaker socket. And we deliberately have no negative connectors, it will get its earth through the test gear. Except when the set's isolated chassis, then we have to put an earth point on. We did that because you started ending up shorting out the amplifiers and things. Right. So, let's see what the sensitivity is. Need to disable the squelch. So for 12 dB, we have got. Oh no, we need to go up a scale from that. A really good 0.23 microvolts. There aren't many new sets do that, and there's nothing I can do to alter this. It's all preset. You saw inside the other one. 0.21 microvolts, one we had in bits, and 0.45. So that's brilliant. Squelch. Put an extra box there for auto squelch. So turn the squelch to full, and now I'll put the attenuator up. One without a piece of paper in the way. More on the floor for later. Later will be when I've croaked it, I think. Right, let's have a look. It's a full squelch. So we're at 1 microvolt, 3, 10, 30, 100. Where I'd like it to come in. 300, 1 millivolt, and so on. And there we have it. So full squelch is 26 millivolts. Squelch sensitivity. So we'll turn the signal generator to standby, park it at 0.3 of a microvolt, set manual squelch to threshold, switch the signal generator back on, straight in. 0.3 microvolts. Excellent. Auto squelch, we'll go to auto squelch position, and we're parked at 0.3 microvolts once again. It's 1.9 microvolts. Mr. Chippie does all these tests, you know, with Thunderpole 3000 in the car, and Mr. Chippie says auto squelch works really, really well. And most of the time, that's all he needs to do. It's only when he gets to the 5 mile point, we go to low power, that he needs to fiddle with the manual squelch. So everything's working fine. It's what we can optimise now. So let's see what we can do. So I'll open it up. As a special treat, I'll turn it off. Find a screwdriver that actually fits. I'm going to start by doing the deviation, the FM deviation. So we'll plug into the test set behind me. Maybe it sounds like there's a meter on somewhere. Yes. Right, see what it reads. Wallet. It says it's 1.7, so we'll just pop that up. Wallet. There we go. It's now peaking at 2.5. Trouble is, if I take those out, it's going to dazzle the camera and me. So it was 1.7 kilohertz. It's now 2.2 to a peak of 2.5 kilohertz. So that's set like 1.5 to 1.8, something like that, if we did it like that. So let's see if we can bring the power up. We usually can on these. So we're back on this test set and we'll go to the main meter. And now we'll take it to the other scale. So instead of full scale deflection being 3 watts, which is what the set was doing, we're now on the 30 watt scale because it's a business radio test set. And business radios are usually 25 watts in the UK, or up to 25 watts. So 5 is there, so 4 is there. So that's what I'm looking for. So if you see that, we're just about 3. So there we have it. So that's 4 watts. Right, let's see where we are on the other channels. It's 4 watts. Go over to CPT. Take it to channel 1. It's 3.95. See what it is on AM. Exactly the same. Back to UK. Pop it on channel 20. And look at the current consumption, which is now 1.97. So that's spot on. This is all nothing like this is. There's no adjustment for this. So all that I want to do now is this. Can you change trim the frequency on this version? I'd also want to look at the AM. So I'll just turn the power off for a moment. And we'll take this subboard out. June 24, so it's actually a year old. So when we get a factory fresh one, of course there may be, you know, that's old. We continue to strive to improve products type of thing. So you can find that versions differ. So we'll find out, won't we, when we do the next new one. Yeah, the crystal trimmer is there. I could have spotted that without taking the board out. And it's that transistor down there that we're waiting for the other set. So back to the frequency counter. I say we'll spot on frequency, but just for the giggles we will adjust it. We're going to be revisiting the Thunderpole TX because I forgot, a viewer mentioned, don't you plug those into a PC to do some adjustments? And they're right, yes you do. So I'll just see whether we can change the deviation slightly. I mean, it worked absolutely fine on the tests, but I just want to, he's absolutely right and I've forgotten. It must be because I'm losing the plot. Of all the things I've lost over the years, it's my mind I've missed the most. There we go. It was right before, it's right again, but that just proves that's where the trimmer is. So just go back to AM. We'll use the little oscillator. So CPT AM. Let's tune that in again. Just going to put the microphone in such a way Wallow 95%. Good. And making sure we don't get any wires trapped. I'll put it back together. One on a Roger. No, they're not out of bed yet. It's only about 1 o'clock. They're between channel. For CPT FM. CPT AM. Let's hope there's not too much interference when we want to do an on-the-air test with this tonight. There we go, that's working an absolute treat. Really good sensitivity, full 4-watt transmit, deviation where we want it. What more can you ask? And that's why I said a few years ago now, when we changed from the Midland 78s with the slow VCO, I said the only set I'd have that's new in the cars are the Thunderpole 3000, and that's what we use. So there we go, and hopefully the part will come for that other one, and then hopefully on Wednesday the other new set will come and we'll be able to optimise that for that customer as well. So thank you for watching a new 1-year-old Thunderpole T3000 for optimisation.